Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How have you been? How is your day? Well, I've been having this nudge. On the 9th of this month will be my marriage anniversary, 7 years now. And I've just been having this push to share with you some of my experiences, some of my mistakes, misconceptions as a young wife, some of the battles I've had to, should I say, challenges I've had to go through, and lessons I learned, which I just feel I should share. I've been fighting this nudge, thinking it's not necessary, but then let me give it a try and see how it goes. I don't know if I'll continue after on the ninth, but for now, I'll see how to be dropping a video on it, just something to talk about every day. Now, let me start like this. One of the errors we make, or one of the errors I made as a young wife, was feeling I would carry the whole load of the marriage on my head. Now, growing up, by the grace of God, I'm a Christian. I was brought up in a Christian home. And as a single lady back before I got married, I had this aspiration of I'm going to be the Proverbs 31 wife. And a lot of spinsters, I believe, are having that kind of mindset, when I get married, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to take care of the home, I'm going to take care of my husband, stuff like that. And getting married, it may not really be that way. Personally, I felt from the first day I get married, I'm going to do this, I'm going to the load of the home is on me. I'm going to make it work and stuff like that. I carry the load for head. But I got to realize, not be so, it's not like that. So the first misconception I made personally is the misconception of, I don't know if it's an error, no, a misconception of sacrificing your personal identity, sacrificing my personal identity. It's a very, very unhealthy practice. Before I got married, I was a person, I was an individual with goals, visions, dreams, things you want to achieve in life. Please, my beloved ladies, under no circumstance should you sacrifice your personality, who you are, your dreams and visions in the name of marriage. That's not what marriage is about. That personality, who you are, your dreams, take it into marriage, merge it with the vision, the goals, and dreams of your husband. And you people should build on it together. Your vision and that of your husband should align, and this should be the foundation, the basis of your home and what you are aspiring to achieve as a couple. It's not because, okay, you get married, you're a Christian wife submitting to your husband, so you relegate your own visions and aspirations to the background, or that you only join your husband to achieve his own dreams and you pack your own at the backyard and carry kitchen on your head. It is not what marriage is all about. It's a very big and great misconception. There are so many women, so many sisters who do that, and it's not supposed to be like that. Now, some newly married couples, just women, they feel they should sacrifice everything about themselves and they will just prioritize their roles as a wife. I beg, being a wife, you be like, na title, it's a title, okay, Mrs. It's a title. It doesn't mean you should throw away yourself. It appears my camera is a little bit too low. Sorry. Please, God did not say at the point of marriage you should drop why He created you and pursue marriage. That's not what He said. Though. In the point of courtship, yourself and your husband to be, you should talk about it. Talk about your goals. Talk about your dreams. Talk about your aspirations. And you should make sure it aligns together. And that's one thing that will help you to know if you are getting married to the right person. I don't think anybody that wants to get married to you will not tell you, drop your dream, forsake your dream, the reason why you were created, and follow me. It's not like that. Oh. The right thing you are supposed to do is to embrace your personal identity alongside your marital role. You're not to drop it and carry marriage wife on your head. Rara, it's not like that. Look for a way where your own dreams, your aspiration, your vision will align with your marital role, will align with that of your husband. Maintain your hobbies, maintain what you want to achieve. People should talk about the importance of your individual goals within the marriage. As the marriage is growing, you are growing as a wife, your husband is growing. You yourself grow and develop. Don't throw away your individuality and who you are. Secondly, what I want to talk about is unrealistic expectation. So many of us had this kind of unrealistic expectation. Newly married women, we just have this expectation of, oh, I'm going to get married, the home is going to be perfect. When my husband comes home, his food will be ready. I'll welcome him with the keys. He's going to do this. I'll serve him his food. He'll tell me thank you, or maybe not. He'll eat, maybe take his place in the kitchen. He will sit down and we'll have this conversation. The home is going to be impeccable. It's quite unrealistic. It may not happen like that. Of course, there are times it may happen, but most single ladies or newly married wives would they have expectation. Oh, my husband is going to fulfill all my dreams. My husband is going to make me happy. He's going to take me to the moon and back. It's not like that. Oh. Now, personally, I feel, though I stand to be corrected, that some of the marital challenges faced these days is as a result of having this unrealistic expectation. My beloved sister, nobody is perfect. Your husband is not perfect, neither are you. So don't get married and start thinking he's going to make you happy, or two imperfect people coming together will suddenly become so perfect. In marriage, you are learning, you are unlearning, you are relearning. You don't get married with this ideology and just feel, this is how it's supposed to be. You are building castles in the air. You are supposed to understand that marriage requires effort. Marriage is hard work. Marriage is compromise. Marriage is having open conversations. Try to build a realistic expectation. Build with your husband. And people should build on mutual support and understanding. Marriage is hard work. Oh, hey, marriage, they humble people for inside. Last month, I had a conversation with a friend of mine on his birthday. He was with his wife, we just chatted, talking with him, how are you doing, what's up, and everything. But this my friend was so gentle. I'm fine, I'm good. He got married like 3 years ago. So I was like, what's up? Why is your voice so gentle? He was still talking so soft spoken, telling me, it's well, I don't talk so much these days. I was like, why are you sounding so humble? Huh? Marriage will humble you. I'm not threatening you're married, but I'm just trying to let you know the reality of how it is. Marriage is hard work. You have conversation, you put in the work, you'll be ready to compromise, you're ready to team up. Team up. Don't just feel okay, this is how I've been, or this is what I expect is not meeting up. Sister, even you two, you are not meeting up. Or I cannot talk with him, I'm not happy. When I'm not happy, I don't talk, or I'm not happy, I cannot do the do. I was listening to a message. The person that was handling the message, he said, there are some women, okay, you're not okay, you're angry because of one thing or the other. So because of that, you're not going, you cannot talk, you will not perform your marital duty. She said, sister, we don't need your mouth for you to do. Keep quiet and just lie down. Your mouth is not needed. In marriage, you will make certain compromises. Okay, it's part of it, it's part of how it will work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you get to compromise your visions. I'm not saying you get to compromise your aspiration. But yes, for peace, there are certain things you can compromise. There are some certain healthy compromises. You should be open to making it for the benefit of your home, for your home to move on, for the peace of the home. Certain compromises are necessary. Don't compromise your goals. Don't compromise your visions. Don't compromise your purpose in life. Those things are non-negotiable. But those things that are quite negotiable, that are not have no damning effect, you can compromise it. Thirdly, I would like to talk about neglecting self care. Some newly married wives tend to neglect their own personal self care. They want to carry the load of the home, they neglect themselves physically, spiritually, psychologically, mentally. They just relegate their own personal care to the background. See, if you're not healthy as a wife, as a woman, your home, your spouse, your children will not be healthy. They can only be as healthy as you are as a wife. So, taking care of yourself cannot be overemphasized. It's basic, it's very important. You cannot prioritize your home beyond your own personal well being. Please take care of yourself, take care of your physical self, take care of your mental health. Don't just assume I'm fine, I have to be strong. If I'm not strong, who is going to do this? Who is going to do that? No. Engage in activities that will give you joy. Set boundaries, create time for your personal hobbies. See, household chores does not finish, it doesn't end. Finish from the kitchen, you go to the room. Finish from the room, you go to the parlor. The children's room are there. There are many things to be done. Please, when you are tired, rest. When you cannot do something, sister, sit down. Don't try to do the entire work in a day. Take care of yourself. When you overstretch yourself as a young lady, as a young wife, you pay the price in your old age. At that time, the children have gone, it's just you and your husband. So please, at your young age now, take care of yourself. Learn to take care of yourself. Take vacations. Go and rest. It's not too much. Go and rest. Take time off. Because the healthier you are as a wife, the healthier your home will be, the happier your home will be. I was told the story of a lady on her birthday. The husband asked her, okay, how was the plan for your birthday? How do we celebrate your birthday? She told the husband that this birthday, or the gift she wants from the husband is time off. Book a hotel for me for 3 days. Only me will go to the hotel. Only me. Not even with you. For 3 days, I want to be away from the house, away from the children. I want to take care of myself. I want to relax. Only me. You may think it's too much. You may think she's taking it to an extreme. But no, that's the person prioritizing her self care. Thank God for her husband. He agreed. He took her out, booked the hotel. She stayed there alone. He just comes in the evening, takes her out for dinner. But for the 3 days, she had it to herself. For those who can afford it, fine, ask for it and go to a place and rest. If you cannot afford a hotel, it must not be in a hotel. Go to a place where you can just clear your head, just rest, just be okay. We can't overemphasize things like this. Self care is very, very important. Number four, over dependence on your spouse. As a young wife, we want to say, okay, no, we have to be very obedient. The Bible says we should be submissive. So that doesn't mean you should be over dependent on your husband for validation. You should be over dependent on him to make certain decisions. He trusts your judgment. You can make certain decisions. I'm not saying make all the decisions on your own or lord over your home. No, your husband is not around. Certain decisions have to be made. Make it. Don't be a person who cannot stand in the absence of the husband. Don't be a person who you need your husband to validate you, to say no, 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 no. You are an adult. You had a life. You made decisions for yourself. At least you decided to marry him. So please, he trusts your judgment. Basic decisions you need to make the decisions. At the end of the day, you feed him back. Don't be a person who will just sit and can't decide. Madam, we have to do this thing. Let me call my husband. Madam, this one. No. Be able to foster independence, self-reliance, believe in yourself. You understand? Just trust your own judgment. Don't just fall back and just feel you cannot make decisions without your husband. Learn to engage in open communication with your husband, share responsibilities, talk, seek support when you need to. I'm not saying before decisions in your home should be made or should be applied, you go and consult your family members or your homes. Please, decisions in your home should be you and your spouse. Your spouse is not around, he's at work. Certain decisions have to be taken. You are there, take the decisions, brief him back later. Finally, ignoring communication issues, it's very, very unhealthy. Nip challenges in the bud before it blows up. There is a misunderstanding. There is something this person has done. Your husband keeps hurting, your wife keeps hurting you. Talk about it. When it's still tiny, when I'm not happy, I'm kind of like quiet. I don't talk. But now my husband, on the other hand, is a person who doesn't talk. So when I'm offended and I'm quiet, my husband, who is a quiet person, he doesn't see it as anything. He just sees it as a fellow colleague that is quiet. I just feel like being quiet. He doesn't read any meaning to say, okay, it appears my spouse is not happy. Oh boy, I had to learn. And I got to the point, okay, if I'm not happy, man, I have to talk, speak out what's offending me. Because I came to realize that when I don't talk, if I'm not able to express myself to tell him this thing you've done, I'm not happy with it. He doesn't know. My husband will not assume. I believe it's not just my husband. Men will not assume that they know what's wrong with you. If anything is wrong with you, you talk because he will take it that maybe you are in the spirit or something. Shikena. So I got to learn that okay, something is ailing you, you are not happy, you are being sad. I open my mouth and I talk. Oh, you are not to avoid addressing communication issues or conflicts within the marriage because it will lead to bigger problems. It's important that you prioritize open and honest communication. Express yourself responsibly. Listen to yourself. Find solution. If there is need for professional help, seek professional help. Husband is very introverted. So from time to time, I had to ask him questions like that. Is there anything I need to do to change? Can I improve on our conversation and things like that? Now, whenever I ask this thing, he comes up with something. Maybe it's something very minute. It might not be looking so big. But now, if I don't ask these questions regularly, that thing that looks very minute can grow into something bigger. So I'm happy that we're able to create that space for such a conversation. Maybe, okay, honey, I don't like the way you do this, or honey, you talk to me, you increase your voice. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, when they say it, you say it frequently, you put a check on these things regularly, you easily change. When you don't put check on these things, before you know it's a big problem. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Talk in your homes. Talk about it. Might be something very minute. Please talk about it. These are the few things I want to talk about. Misconceptions can be addressed to self-awareness, open communication, have commitment to your personal growth within the marriage. My beloved sisters, embrace your identity. Set realistic expectations in your home. Prioritize self-care. Maintain independence. Foster effective communication. This will help to build a very strong and fulfilling marital relationship. God will help us. Above everything I've said, let's not relegate prayers to the background. Prayer helps. Prayer is very important. Personally, I have series of testimonies where things I've prayed about in my home and God came through for me. In fact, some of the prayers I've made in the past, I did not really take note that it has been answered till at the point I was like, is this not too much? That's when I remember, but you prayed about this. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that now, but I believe I also share on how God has come through for me, answered prayers I made about my home, about my husband, even about myself. And it helped. It helped a great deal. So I'll stop here for now today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a very great day. Bye.